I think this is Halo 2, not Halo 3. We have these things all around the office. It's pretty addictive. I usually get handed my ass by just about everyone who I play against, which is not necessarily fun. But if I look at the concept of security tools, I think that, I was trying to rationalize why tools aren't that much more effective. But I guess it's partly because of the market, right? The market for these things is billions and billions of dollars. The market for security tools is still hundreds of millions of dollars, which means people can't invest as much money. But if you think about the sort of technology that goes into these things, it's absolutely and utterly unbelievable. So Bungie and Microsoft have now split, right? But up until that happened, at Bungie, well, the guy's still there. There's this guy called Randy Pagalian, and he's a psychologist. And what Randy's job is to do scientific experiments to find out what excites people when they play games. It's fantastic. He's got the best job in the world, I reckon. But he basically puts electrodes on people, watches them smile, sweat, all this stuff. So he knows when someone picks up a gun, he knows what's their reaction is. And he knows when people get frustrated because they can't kill certain monsters and things. So he's basically trying to figure out this genome of what makes game playing exciting. But I don't see the same kind of thing as why are certain people much better at finding security bugs? None of that stuff is happening. It's still kind of fairly crude. So I kind of think that we're still down here in this Space Invaders age, in terms of the security tools. What that means is there's a fantastic opportunity to build really good, very sophisticated tools. So I'm going to close now. I don't know what we're doing for time. I'm assuming we're getting late. It's dark outside. My beer is running out, warming up. So this is a true story. So for the Royal Holloway guy will probably know this because it probably got taught to him. So there used to be this guy this lecturer at Royal Holloway who is actually Austrian, but he's now lecturing at a university in Germany. And he used to start off a lecture about protocol analysis. And he used to tell this story about when he was younger, when he was on a train. And I always think it's a fantastic story because I think it's a really, really interesting way to describe the problem. He was a young man and he came out of a math department. And what they used to do, maths department, I've been living in America for too long, not a math department, maths department, mathematics. And so what they used to do is they used to have a whole bunch of recruiters, and they used to take these students up on a train into to the central city where they were, and the whole point was that these recruiters basically would find them really good jobs. These guys knew that they would basically get a really good job as long as the recruiter essentially kind of approved. So the recruiter would take them to the customer, basically make them do a dog and pony show, make their customer think they're really intelligent, give them a really difficult problem to solve, then they'll bring them back on the train. So, unlike America, most of these things are driven by beer, right? So they go up on the train on the way. The recruiter guys are thinking they're being really smart, and they turn around to these two students, treating them like complete and utter crap, and they go, watch this. The conductor's just coming down. They go, look, we've just got one ticket between the two of us. The two of them disappear into the toilet. As the conductor comes along, the conductor knocks on the door, goes, tickets please. They slide the one ticket under the door. They get away with buying one ticket. So they're coming back. These recruiters have put these guys through absolute hell during the day, basically treated them like complete and utter crap. And the recruiters are drinking their beer, getting a little bit sloshed. And they say, hey, look how clever we are. Look, we're going to do the same trick again, disappear off into to the thing. And the two students go, well, we can do that whole thing without any tickets whatsoever. And these guys are like, oh, God, what's going on? You've already done your dog and pony show. The two other guys disappear into one toilet, close the door behind them, waiting for the conductor to come. The two students disappear into the other toilet with no tickets. They open the door slowly, reach across the corridor, they go, tickets please! The guy slides the door underneath. The next thing you know, there's two recruiters caught on a train inside a man's toilet with no ticket. So the moral of the story is, if you want to figure out how protocols work, follow the path, right? And it was the best way he opened up how to analyze security protocols by following actually what happens and what the problems are in the step. So that's it from me. There are more beers. Happily questions if there are any. Heckles. There was no heckles. Is that because people were drinking beer?